interest. I am advised that you don't have quorum. I want to refer to us standing on. Immediately after the saying of the prayer, the speaker shall order the bell to be rung for 5 minutes, and if no quorum is present at the expiration of the 5 minutes, the speaker may direct that the bell be rung for a further 5 minutes, and if there is no quorum, next the members who are out. And as that one is being done, any member, the bell stops ringing. Kindly confirm if you have quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we have enough quorum.
I think now you should be sitting somewhere here where the whip sits, because now you are the temporary whip. What do you want to say, Honorable Nyaoke?
I just wanted to thank you as I prepare to cross.
Order number 389 of today, Wednesday, 11th March 2026 at 2:30 p.m. Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Honorable members, I have got 2 communications to make. Number 1, I have a request from Honorable Caroline Opar that there is a welfare issue that regards the death of Honorable Salmon Riba, who is the County Executive Committee member who passed and will be buried on 14th of March 2026. She's requesting that there are those who are doing contribution. Please, if you're not done, try to reach her. And second communication that I want to make regards those who are in the gallery, are part of the newly recruited staff to the County Assembly. And I wish to draw to the attention of the members of their presence, the public gallery this afternoon. It's a group of newly recruited members of staff of the County Assembly of Kisumu who have joined the Assembly service in various capacities. Honorable members, as part of their induction and familiarization program, the officers have been accorded an opportunity to observe the proceedings of the House so as to gain a practical precision of the legislative process and the conduct of business in the chamber. My own behalf and on behalf of the County Assembly of Kisumu, I take this opportunity to warmly welcome them to the Assembly and to congratulate them their successful recruitment into the Assembly service. The work of the Assembly relies heavily on the dedication, professionalism, and integrity of its staff. And it's my expectation that they will discharge their duties diligently in support of the legislative oversight and representative mandates of the House. I want to request that each of them, when called upon, may rise in their places, the public gallery, so that they may be acknowledged in the usual manner by the Assembly. Number 1, we have Mr. Samuel Odhiambo, who is attached to the research. We have Alex Okowa attached to the research. Mr. Yogo Kenneth under Legislative Procedures and Committee Services. We have got Joshua Otieno, Legislative Procedures and Committee Services. You are most welcome to the County Assembly of Kisumu, and I wish you success as you begin your service to the people of Kisumu. Research. Therefore, that should ease your way of doing research. You may recall that previously we had lost 2 staff members by virtue of either getting greener pastures or by retirement. That office has been empty. It's been difficult for you to carry out your research as a so please make good use of that office. With those few remarks, I once again wanted to welcome all the staff members and to wish you success as you begin your service in Kisumu County Assembly. Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Statement time. Next order.
Commencement of business. Order number 8, motion, adoption of the report of liaison committee on consideration of half-year progress reports on committees for the period ended 31st December 2025.
Moses Ochele.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm seated here on behalf of my chair, Chairperson, Honorable Nerea Kotho Kombo, who is also the Deputy Speaker of the House.
Proceed.
And before I proceed, Mr. Speaker, may I hijack the privilege of welcoming the new staff of the County Assembly of Kisumu. And on my behalf and on behalf of my colleagues, kindly feel welcome, feel at home, and do what brought you here diligently. Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I want to move a motion on a report of consideration of a half-yearly progress report of committees for the period ended 31st December 2025. Honorable Speaker, standing orders number 183-1 of the County Assembly of Standing Orders requires this select committee to submit half-yearly progress report, the liaison committee outlining the status of business referred to them and the extent to which they have executed their mandates. In turn, standing order number 183, suborder 2, mandate the liaison committee within 20 days of receipt of such reports to compile and submit considered report to the County Assembly for consideration. In fulfillment of these provisions, the liaison committee hereby presents this report, which provides a comprehensive analysis of the performance of committees of the County Assembly during the period between 1st July 2025 and 31st December 2025. The report captures the level of legislative activity undertaken by committees, highlights key trends in committee performance, and provides an overview of the progress made on the discharge of their oversight, legislative and representative functions. Committees remain the engine through which the Assembly executes the bulk of its constitutional and statutory responsibilities. It is within committees that detailed scrutiny of policies, bills, financial proposals, and oversight inquiries takes place. As such, the performance of committees is a critical indicator of the overall effectiveness of the County Assembly in fulfilling its mandate under Article 185 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. During the period under review, committees continued to discharge their mandates through consideration of papers laid before the Assembly, processing of legislative proposals, interrogating of statements sought by members, and the preparation of various reports arising from the oversight activities. The liaison committee observes that while considering progress has been made in advancing committee work, certain areas continue to require improvements, particularly in the timely conclusion of statements and expeditious handling of pending businesses before the committee. The report, therefore, provides an performance during the reporting period and across the financial years since the commencement of the Third Assembly. This report also identifies pending businesses before the committee as at 31st December 2025. With a view of informing future planning and prioritization of committee activities, Objective. Report is 3, suborder 2, which mandates the liaison committee to compile half-yearly reports submitted to it by all committees and submit a report to the county assembly. Methodology. Mr. Speaker, in preparing this report, the committee examined the half-year reports submitted by various committees and subsequently forwarded to the House Business Committee for tabling and presentation on the floor of the House. Findings. Honorable Speaker, from the analysis the liaison committee established and during the period under review, 1st July 30 to 31st December 2025, the following observations were made. 1. Committee workload. A total of 18 papers were laid on the table of the County Assembly and subsequently committed to mandates that you can find in the annex. 2. 40 motions were deliberated upon by the Assembly. You can see table 4 under the following categories. This category 1, motions by way of reports, or 31. Member-sponsored motions were 2. 1. 3, we have exceptional motions. Public petitions. No public petition were received or processed during the period under review. Policies. Only one policy was received. All of its statements were committees as at the end. Five. 6. Bills and legislations. Total of 2 bills were considered during the period under review, one of which was carried forward from 2024. You can see table 6. And number 7, committee reports. Between 1st July 2025 and 31st, committees tabled total of 31 reports as shown below, where we have to then the which one was a joint report. Labor and social welfare, 3 reports, 2 are joint. Structure, energy, public, 2 reports. Budget and appropriation, 2 reports. Medical services, public health and sanitation had 1 joint report. 10, implementation had 1 report. Trade, tourism, industry and marketing, 1 report. Water, environment, natural resources and climate change, 1 report. Appointments committee, 1 report. Delegated county legislation, 1 report. Total of 31 reports in that half calendar year. Number 8, committee performance in terms of reports tabled so far in the 3rd assembly. As at the end of the period under review, a total of 250 reports have been tabled by the committee so far in the 3rd assembly. That is 2022, 31st December to 2025. Distributed as shown below in the below table. Column 3 columns, numbering, committee, and then the report, number of reports tabled. Number one, we had committee pick pack, 51 reports. Medical services, public health and sanitation, 22 reports. Budget and appropriation, 20 reports. Land housing, physical planning and urban development, 15 reports. Finance and ICT, 14 reports. JILAC, 13 reports. Implementation, 13 reports. Labor and social welfare, 12 reports. Appointment committee, 12 reports. Infrastructure, energy and public works, 11 reports. Education, technical training, innovation and social sciences services, 10 reports. Liaison, 8 reports. Water, environment, natural resources and climate change, 8 reports. Sports, culture, gender and youth affairs, 8 reports. Agriculture, fisheries, livestock development and irrigation, 8 reports. Trade, tourism, industry and marketing, 7 reports. Selection committee, 7 reports. Delegated country legislation, 5 reports. Procedure rules, 3 reports. House business, 3 reports. World development, 3 reports. Welfare and equal opportunities, 2 reports. Powers and privileges, 2 reports. Total of 250 reports. Comparative analysis of the legislation performance of the Third Assembly. This section presents the overall legislative performance of the Assembly for the period beginning 2022-2023 financial year, 2023-2024 financial year, 2024-2025 financial year, 2025-2026 to date. It should be noted that financial year 2025-2026 figures are provisional. The financial year is still in progress. And you'll find the details in table 11. Table 11, we have 6 columns. The item, financial year, and total. Papers in financial year 2022-2023, we had a total of 39 papers. Financial year 2023-2024, we had 50 papers. 24-25, we had 72 papers. 24-25, we have 18. 25-26, we have 18, and it's still continuing. Then we had a total of 35 statements in the financial year 2022-2023. And 24 statements in the year 2023-2024, 30 in the year 2024-25, and 9 in the current financial year, totaling to 98 statements sought. Motions, we had 11 motions in the year 2022-2023, and we had 12 in the financial year 2023-2024. We had 17 state motions in the year 2024-2025, and to date we have 9 motions in the ongoing financial year, total of 79 so far. Then bills, total of 5 bills in the year 2022-2023, 8 bills in the year 2023-2024, 5 bills in the year 2024-2025, and so far 1 bill in the current financial year, making a total of 19 bills. Petitions, 5 petitions in the financial year 2022-2023, 5 petitions again in 2023-2024 financial year, and 2 in the financial year 2024-2025, and in the current financial year we have 0 so far, total of 12 petitions. Policies, in the year 2022-2023, we had 2 policies. 2023-2024, we had 2. 2024-2025, we had 1. And in the current financial year, we have 1. Total of 6 policies. Reports, in the financial year 2022-2023, we had a total of 57 reports. In the financial year 2023-2024, we had 78 reports. In the financial year 2024-2025, we had 82 reports. And current financial year, so far, we have 29 reports, making the total reports so far be 247. Pending businesses. Mr. Speaker, as of 31st December 2025, A total of 65 items of business remained pending before various committees, and that is distributed in table 12. Observations. Honorable Speaker, from the above presentations, it can be observed that tabling of 31 committee reports within the 6 months period demonstrates that committees remain the primary platform through which the Assembly interrogates public policy, undertakes oversight over the county executive, and processes businesses committed by the House. That there was significant variation in the levels of productivity across committees. While some committees recorded a high number of reports and active engagement within businesses referred to them, others registered comparatively minimal output. This disparity suggests the need for strengthened coordination, improved planning of committee work programs, and enhanced monitoring of committee performances. That there is a steady increase in volume of business referred to the committees, particularly papers and statements. This trend reflects the growing legislative and oversight demands placed upon the County Assembly as it continues to assert its constitutional mandate. There is a slow rate at which statements sought by members are concluded across committees. During the period under review, only 1 out of 8 statements sought was concluded. This indicates delays in committee follow-up processes and may undermine the ability of County Assembly to effectively hold the executive accountable through the statement mechanism. That the fact that no public petition was received or processed during the period under review may reflect varying levels of public engagements with the Assembly. It also presents an opportunity for the Assembly to strengthen civic awareness on the constitutional rights of citizens to petition legislative bodies on matters of public concern. That the tabling of 250 reports so far in the third assembly indicates sustained engagement by committees in oversight activities and policy scrutiny. It also demonstrates the Assembly's commitment to fulfilling its mandate under Article 185 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. That a number of sectoral committees tend to rely primarily on statements as the main trigger for committee activity. While statements remain an important oversight tool available to committees, over-reliance on this mechanism may limit the scope and impact of committee work. That there are cases where matters committed to the committees by the House remains under consideration for extended periods, sometimes until they are overtaken by events. While such circumstances may arise during the evolving policy or administrative developments, committees should take cognizance that matters formally committed to them by the House constitute business of the Assembly and must be accounted for. Recommendations. Honorable Speaker, in order to enhance effectiveness, efficiency, and constitutional impact of committees of the County Assembly, the committee made the following recommendations. 1. That committees should develop and strictly adhere to structured periodical work plans aligned to Assembly calendar to enable them prioritize key businesses, ensure timely consideration of matters referred to them, and improve overall productivity. That committee should put in place clear timelines and internal monitoring mechanisms to ensure that statements and other matters of inquiry referred to them are concluded within reasonable timeframes. Statements should be accorded priority to safeguard the oversight role of members and enhance responsiveness of the county executive. That committees should establish work plans, ways of tackling businesses pending before them in a timely manner. Such businesses may impede the timely consideration of the new matters referred to them. That the county assembly should strengthen public awareness initiatives to promote citizen engagement with the legislative process, particularly with regard to the submission of public petitions and participation in committee processes as provided for under the Constitution and the County Governments Act. The open day held some time back was a tremendous success. The committee challenges the Assembly administration and leadership to endeavor to make it a continuous exercise rather than a one-off activity. That the County Assembly should continue in investing in capacity building programs for members and committee secretariat in areas such as legislative scrutiny, budget analysis, oversight methodologies, and report writing in order to enhance quality of committee work and strengthen institutional performance. That the Committee on Implementation should establish stronger follow-up mechanisms to ensure that recommendations arising from committee reports are effectively implemented by the county executive in relevant institutions. That the sectoral committees need to adopt a more proactive approach to sourcing and initiating committee businesses in order to sustain meaningful engagement and enhance their productivity. Committees may, among other approaches, 1, undertake oversight inquiries into emerging issues within their respective sectors that affect service delivery to the residents of Kisumu. Review existing county laws, policies, and regulations to assess their effectiveness and identify areas requiring amendments. Examine departmental reports and performances reports relating to county department and agencies falling within their mandates. Conduct field visits and oversight inspections of the county projects and programs in order to assess their status and values for public resources. Initiate thematic or sector-specific investigations on matters of public interest affecting their respective sectors. By adopting a more proactive and structured approach to sourcing committee work, sectoral committees will not only strengthen their oversight role, but also ensure a steady flow of substantive reports that contribute to informed decision-making by the Assembly. That in instances where a matter under consideration has been overtaken by events or where circumstances have materially changed, the concerned committee should formally report back to the House outlining the developments that have rendered the matter impracticable or obsolete, rather than indefinitely shelving such inquiries. This will ensure that the House remains properly informed on the disposition of all matters committed to the committees by it and will uphold the principles of accountability of committees to the Assembly, since all such matters originate from the authority of the House. Acknowledgement. Honorable Speaker, the committee appreciates the continued support provided by the offices of the Speaker and that of the Clerk of the Kisumu County Assembly for the support accorded to it towards fulfillment of its mandate. It also commends committees for commitment demonstrated in executing their mandates during the period under review. Special recognition also goes to the secretariats of these committees whose efforts greatly facilitate the work of the committees and success of the County Assembly. In conclusion, Honorable Speaker, it is therefore my honor and privilege, Honorable Speaker, to move on behalf of the Liaison Committee that this House adopts this report of Liaison Committee on consideration of half-yearly progress report of committees for the period ended 31st December 2025. And Mr. Speaker, allow me to request Honorable the temporary leader of majority, Honorable Emily Anyango, to second. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I move.
Honorable members, Honorable Moses Ochele, I've moved the report from the Select Committee on Liaison, a report on consideration of half-year progress reports of committees for the period ended 31st December 2025, as seconded by Honorable Emily. As per our standing orders, I want to propose a question. But before I propose a question, I want to draw your attention to page 41 of the order paper on limitation of debates. The notice on limitation of debates. Actually, I was wondering, Honorable Chele had enough time. I thought he would debate his report after moving. But I read that pursuant to the provision of orders number 95(1) of the standing orders, the Assembly orders that each speech in debate on a report of a committee, special paper, or any other report submitted to the Assembly be limited to as follows: a maximum of 3 hours with not more than 20 minutes for the mover in moving and 10 minutes in replying, and a maximum of 5 minutes for each member speaking, except the leader of majority party shall be limited to a maximum of 15 minutes, and that priority be accorded to the leader of majority party in that order. So, honorable members, I want to propose a question, and I propose that the report on consideration of half-year progress report of committees for the period ended 31st December 2025 is open for debate.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I stand to support the report, the half-yearly report on committees. I want to start by looking at the comparative analysis of the performance of committees. In terms of the items as listed above, I've looked at the performance on the papers, and I've looked at 2022, 2023, and comparing with the performance of 2024, 25, we can see a great increase in the performance. Also worried about statements. I'm looking at 2022, 23. I think that is when most of us were very excited to bring statements. But sometimes someone would get a lot of pressure from the constituents regarding a road or maybe some project that has not been done. So there were a lot of statements flowing in, Mr. Speaker. And as we move to 2023-24, the statements went down. I don't know whether the excitement went down. And then again, it rose a bit 2024-25. So that means that we need to do something on the part of statements, that most members can come in with statements so that we can increase our legislative performance. I'm also looking at the reports, Mr. Speaker. I think the reports have gone up when you look at the comparative analysis on that table. That is well for most of the committees. I also wanted to comment on the petitions, taking into account what Honorable Chele has just concluded. I think when he was reading the recommendation on item 4, recommendation, that the County Assembly should strengthen public awareness initiatives to promote citizen engagement. Mr. Speaker, the last time we had a citizen engagement in this compound of the Assembly, a number of people from the ground were very inquisitive, and they were very excited and very happy, looking forward to more engagement with the Assembly. And the more they can engage with the members of the Assembly, then this is when we can increase the petitions. Because you realize from the 2022-23, we had 5 petitions. As we move another year, 5 petitions. But then the petitions went down from 5 to 2, meaning that there's no much public engagement with the Assembly. When we engage more with the public, Mr. Speaker, we will see more people coming in with petitions. I just want to say one of the petitions that was reported here from my ward, that they had brought a petition and registered it. It has never reached the Assembly. So maybe there is need to work on the petitions. When members are complaining that they bring petitions here and it's registered at the other office, the administrative office, and it takes time to reach the Assembly. So there's need to improve on that part. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, I stand to support the report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to start by thanking the Liaison Committee for the report that has been given before us, Mr. Speaker, which has been ably put across by my senior Honorable Uchela on behalf of the Chair. Mr. Speaker, the report is very informative, and it should also go on record, Mr. Speaker, to appreciate particularly the committees that I personally sit, like Committee for Health. Mr. Speaker, you can see the number of reports that we have delivered in the House. We have got also, I must also thank the committee again for lands, housing, fiscal planning, and urban development. Mr. Speaker, and again, last but not least, the Committee for Implementation, which has been a subject of referral all the time, Mr. Speaker. You can see from this report that has been given forth, Implementation Committee has also performed very well. And I want to promise that, Mr. Speaker, the remaining part of time, we shall be able to make quite a number of reports. Mr. Speaker, I think in view of what is happening, Mr. Speaker, there is also need that we had mentioned in the floor of the House, Mr. Speaker, about Bunge Mashinani. Mr. Speaker, if the time that we are going to start operational on this, Mr. Speaker, I think we are going to be able to have much more interactions from the people back where we represent, and I think more engagements shall be able to be witnessed. Mr. Speaker, if we incorporate all those views from different places, Mr. Speaker, I think our responsibility in this House, Mr. Speaker, is going to be felt a notch higher than the report that has been given before us, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in as much as my colleague, Honorable Ajumbo, has mentioned something about statements, Mr. Speaker. It is really not that people were mesmerized in bringing up statements, but we do have those statements, Mr. Speaker. And I think the only thing that we need to improve on is the frequency of bringing this. We have got a lot of these statements, Mr. Speaker. Some of them do take a long time before they are responded to. Like now, Mr. Speaker, I don't want to preempt, but I'm soon bringing a statement here regarding what is taking place outside, particularly in my ward, where people now are moving away from their homes, Mr. Speaker. So I think I'm already notifying the House, Mr. Speaker, even if it is not maybe as per the standing orders, Mr. Speaker, but I'm already giving an intent of bringing such a statement, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. I beg to support.
Honorable Benny Peter Iko.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Liaison Committee has brought to us the work we have been doing as an assembly today, so that we see how effective or how ineffective the assembly has been, Mr. Speaker, if I may take it that way. And when we go through this report, Mr. Speaker, the performance of the committees will be seen, how effective it has been. Mr. Speaker, when I look at page 5 to page 6 of this report, the concluded work and the pending work, the total work tabulated here, Mr. Speaker, are 18. The concluded work were 4. The pending work are 14. Let us see the percentage performance of the committees. 18, only 4 are concluded, 14 are still pending, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, when we go to page 32 to page 40, work is again tabulated, the pending work and the concluded work. Mr. Speaker, it gives a picture that things are not moving. Most of the works are pending. Now one will ask, what is the position? How are these works supposed to be done? We always know that these works are discussed at the committee level in the assembly. Then finally, the members go out for report writing. Why have members dilly-dallied in doing the work at the committee level in the assembly so that the reports are done for submission and discussion to this assembly? That is a matter that we must open our eyes to. In this report, the Liaison Committee is not telling us the effective induction that is given to the members. The effective induction that is given to the members is lacking in this report. And honorable members, we need to be inducted from time to time. How many times have we been inducted since we came to this assembly? Most likely, that is why most of the work is pending. So, the picture presented by the Liaison is that we are performing below par. That is the report for this report, Mr. Speaker. The onus is now with your office and the office of the clerk to see that the members are well inducted, the members are well motivated, so that this kind of report does not come again to the floor of the House. I so contribute.
Thank you, Honorable Eko. I'm seeing Honorable Emily. I was just wondering loudly if Honorable Eko wanted to be inducted to attend committees. I'm just wondering loudly because I think it's in this house that we give schedule, like this primary school timetable on committee sittings. But I still get report of lack of quorum in committees. So I wonder why you need induction to attend a committee. Honorable Emily Oginga.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. I'd like to support this report from the Liaison Committee. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'd just like to re-emphasize on a few recommendations that were brought about from the report. And the first one is on strengthening the public awareness initiatives to promote citizen engagement. Mr. Speaker, sir, I've just come to realize over time that there's been a gap on awareness creation with the public outside there, because you find most of them don't really know the role of the county assembly. Whenever I have an engagement with the public, I try to encourage them to bring petitions to the assembly. You find that they keep on asking the leaders to tell them what they want to do to them. But Mr. Speaker, I came to realize that most of the people don't really understand that with the new constitution, it works the other way around, where it is the people to actually say what they want the leaders to do for them. So, Mr. Speaker, I think as I emphasized on the issue on bunge mashinani, as was raised by my colleague, Honorable Tom Nyaoke, you had a very good idea initially on having the bunge mashinani. I believe that the day we'll start going down to the people, then we'll be able to create this awareness, and we'll be able to actually identify more problems that are facing the people, and the assembly would actually be able to have more tasks assigned to the committees for delivery in the House. Mr. Speaker, I would also like to mention the recommendation number 6 on the Committee on Implementation. Mr. Speaker, I think from my observation, I've just realized that the main engine that drives this assembly is the Committee on Implementation. Without a strong Committee on Implementation, then the assembly would not really be doing much. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I'd like to emphasize on strengthening the Committee on Implementation so that the other committees are able to get more feedback on most of the recommendations that they work on and know the progress, whether they're being implemented as recommended or not. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, sir, I stand here to support this wonderful report. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Setokum.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to support the report. Honorable Speaker, the report gives a true reflection of performance of different committees. Mr. Speaker, it's true the cries that the liaison committee are putting to members of the committee, different committees, on their attendance. But Mr. Speaker, until the voters will know that what is discussed in this House is what results into the roads they see, it's what results into the water that is drilled, it's what they see as those seeds that are given to improve on agriculture. Mr. Speaker, if they don't evaluate members and just wait for the final results, then we'll still have poor attendance on the committee. Mr. Speaker, when you go back to the villages, nobody asks you how many committees you've attended. Nobody asks you if you are present in the assembly. Nobody asks you how many motions you brought before the House. All they need are the final results of those motions. So we need to do civic education so that people appreciate the importance of those committees, so that they put members to task to attend those committees, so that they follow up on the discussions of those committees and the discussions on the floor of the House. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, if that does not happen, that members will choose to only appear especially during budget making process, and disappear for most committee sittings. And that is not good. I look at the Public Accounts and Investment Committee, which does oversight out of the Auditor General's report. If that committee didn't have membership that attend, then we would have seen the 52 reports that are present in this House. And I believe all those committees have reports that they can bring in this House. Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, I might not put it to the liaison committee to push members to attend committee sittings, but how I wish that the public was listening to the proceedings of this House so that they can task members to be attending committee sittings that generate motions that are discussed in this House that finally get the developments that they need in those very many different wards. Honorable Speaker, going forward, I also want to appeal to the honorable members in this House that they have a self-driven push to go to committees. We usually make fun with my brother, Honorable Chele, that people fight outside there to come to this House. They spend money. Some even go extra miles. Some go up to Sukumaland to see those herbalists, or what do we call them, my brother, so that they just come to this House. Then after getting that opportunity to come to this House, and they are given tasks in different committees, because this House cannot be in every committee, then again you find them missing. Some are missing in those committees, and again they miss during discussions like this one, when liaison gives a report on how committees have performed. Mr. Speaker, I don't know who is so prayerful in this House, because Honorable Pamela has really tried to pray for members, but it seems SDA does not have that conviction. I know Nyaoke has some small church next to his house, but that is just starting. I know the angels are not yet in that small church.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, okay, what is it?
Mr. Speaker, this is a matter of fact, Mr. Speaker. I would like to inform the honorable member that the church is trying to refer to was put up in 1958, Mr. Speaker. So it is not as small as he may imagine. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Represent, you are informed?
Honorable Speaker, you see 1958 and it's still just existing next to his house alone. Should have expanded to Seme. So it still does not defy what I said when I said that he has a small church that maybe the edges are not there. But even if it was that big enough, your prayers have not helped members to attend committees. So we are looking for this person who has extra powers so that they can pray to these members, so that we have committee meetings that have membership that are committed, that can produce motions for the House, and can deliberate on matters that this House can discuss. Honorable Speaker, if that does not happen, then as we move forward, we might not be having things to discuss on the floor of the House. We want to thank Medical Services Committee. We want to thank Public Accounts and Investment Committee. I want to thank the Education Committee for the reports that they've generated for the last half of the year that made this House have something to transact. We want to push it now to ward development. I've not seen the chair. It seems ward development was the least performing committee. I want to pray that they find it good to bring a report in this House in the next half of the year. Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker, but I want to lastly remind members that the committee is not liaison committee. The committee is liaison committee. I've heard them mention it like they are talking in mother tongue, and that is not good for the House. It is liaison committee. Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also stand to commend the Committee of Liaison. They have done a commendable work, and I give thanks to the chair of the committee and even the clerks. They have tried their level best to give us a commendable report. I want to congratulate all the committees. They have tried to bring business to this house. They have tried to address issues that have been addressed in this house. And I want to say it has been above average. I am not for the idea of discouraging members that they don't attend. I want to ask them to attend committees so that we have business in this house, because it is this house that is responsible for passing bills and policies that help the Kisumu County to run. I want to say that the members should be encouraged, because we are going to election time, and I know members will be busy campaigning. But as for now, kindly attend committees, kindly attend the house business so that we are able to move forward. I stand to support.
Honorable Millicent Omuya. Before Honorable Millicent, I thought, Pamela, I thought Honorable Seth accused you that you've been praying for members to attend. I don't know why.
Yeah, I've been praying for members, yes, including him, including Honorable Seth. I've been praying for our health. I've been praying for our success. I've been praying for our journey mercies to this place and back home. And may the Lord continue to bless this assembly through our leadership, the Honorable Speaker. God bless you, members. Thank you.
I'm surprised that you are siding with Honorable Seth. Honorable Seth, I don't think you need prayers to come to the committees. Did you say that you campaign to be in the house? But anyway, that's for another day. Honorable Millicent Omuya.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm also rising to add my voice in appreciating what the Liaison Committee has done. After going through the report, I personally can say that we've done some work. Liaison, we've done some work, and we must also appreciate ourselves that we've done some work. That's why we have that report. And I believe that the way it has been read and brought, it's the true reflection of what we've been doing in this house. And I believe it has shown us our weaknesses, and it is now our time to strengthen where we have the weakness and to appreciate where we've done well. And just before I end, I want to protect my fellow Mheshimiwa Nyauke. For sure, Mr. Mheshimiwa Nyauke is a reverend, and I want to tell Honorable Seth that the church is talking about is a very big church. In fact, it's bigger than this assembly. I've seen it. It's a big thing. I am closing by saying that I support. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Iswaja.
Telling from the mood of the House, I would wish to call the mover to reply. Thank you.
Honorable Moses Achele.
Thank you once again, Honorable Speaker, for allowing me to reply on a motion that I moved earlier. And allow me to start just by appreciating the presence of a thematic teacher in the name of Honorable Seth Kumu. And Mheshimiwa, one thing, the Speaker, that at times you can mention something which demeans and discourages some of us from attending the committee. If I make a language semantic mistake and you correct me on the floor, I get scared of you, and then any committee settings where you are present, I rather keep off. So at times correct me privately. I know it is not intended to me. It was intended to your friend, and the friend knows herself. On a lighter though, Mr. Speaker, it is funny in this assembly that some of us struggled very much to be elected into this house. I was elected first, forced to rest. I didn't want to rest, but I was forced to rest. Then I struggled very much to be here again. Then, Mr. Speaker, it is a tendency that some of us, immediately we stepped foot in this house, we started looking for this position. It is really quite ironical that you struggled to be here. Once you are given an opportunity to give that you wanted to give to the public of Kisumu, you again rush back to them that can't really elect me in 2027. Surely, why must you be elected before you carry out the task you are elected for? Some of us were nominated. They struggled, they followed up to be elected. The moment they were nominated, they started looking for election. And in this house, Mr. Speaker, I don't see much difference between an elected member and a nominated member, because the mandate of an MCA is the same, whether you are elected specially or elected by vote. I can hear my friend murmuring, but she knows she's even sitting in a seat which I've never sat since I came to this third assembly. The seat called Mr. Speaker or Madam Speaker. That alone tells you that you are even more equal than I do. So at times, we must assume that we are same and we carry out the same responsibility. Mr. Speaker, I want to believe that we as members of various committees, we've been trying to give our best. And somewhere in the middle of this third assembly, I think some little discouragements from leadership. Sometimes there are things you wished to interrogate, but your mouth is blocked, or your footsteps are barricaded. So you get quite discouraged to an extent where even if you have certain things to follow up on, you don't have the courage to do it. Like my friend Budari has been discouraged several times. Yes, a number of good things, but how to put them on the floor? I only wish that the leadership can find, if Honorable Budari has something which is disturbing him, we see a way of helping him and getting it done through the assembly, whether the result comes negative or positive, but everybody must be accorded same environment to work in. Mr. Speaker, as Honorable Ikopete says, I don't want to advocate for induction for all members, but there are specific chairs. I said this when we were in Homa Bay County, that since we were placed in these positions of chairmanship, we've not been inducted. Some of us work by the experience we had in previous assemblies. I have experience in the first assembly. I was lucky to be a chair. Some of us are lucky to have been chairs like Honorable Setu Kumu in the second assembly. But think of somebody, Mr. Speaker, who has looked for this position for more than 20 decades in the name of chair, ward development. You put him in a place of leadership. He has not been inducted. He does not even know the mandate of the committee. Chair, if you expect result, Speaker, if you expect result from that person, we might be crucifying such a person, not because of their wish, but because they've not been properly inducted. And I think it is not late. Election will be conducted next year, August. It is not late to induct, yes. Because in this assembly, you attend a meeting where the chair does not even know how to start chairing. And instead, if the clerk is not keen, then the meeting goes without any minutes. I think it is upon the leadership, and the leadership is you, Mr. Speaker, kindly do 1 or 2 induction to the chairpersons. And that will also encourage members, because If one attends a meeting where the chair does not know what to do, I attend that meeting today, I attend the next time, nothing doing, why should I continue going? I get discouraged because you attend a meeting where even the chair does not understand what he should be doing. I get discouraged. So, Chair, Mr. Speaker, I think you can do something about that. Mr. Speaker, we have pending works. The same thing which goes with induction. You repeat it a number of times that when time given, time accorded by the House elapses, it is prudent that we send or we table a progress report. This progress report still does not ring a bell into most of the chairs. What is this progress report? You mentioned it there, Chair, Mr. Speaker, but they don't understand it. What is this progress report? So allow some of us who sit in a classroom be taught on what this progress report is. Because what the excuse we normally have, we chairs, that we delayed, the executive delayed in responding. So whether they take 1 year, we are waiting for them. Because this thing of progress report has not been properly put across. So for the senior members who have been through such, they can always bring a progress report in time. So that induction is key. And Mr. Speaker, prayer is key to everything. And in the National Assembly, we have office of a chaplain. At this assembly, we don't have a chaplain. So when Honorable Seth talks of Honorable Nyaoke to be praying for members, if at all Honorable Nyaoke has been making any attempts to pray for members, I think that is why we can't progress well. Because he's not fully spiritually nourished. Not the church, but the person. The only person I can give credit to
Point of order.
is the commissioner.
Point of
The
order.
commissioner, Honorable Pamela.
Honorable Nyaoke.
Honorable Pamela.
Order, Honorable Chele. Honorable Nyaoke. The member is replying. What is the point of order that you want to give?
Mr. Speaker, you see, it is not good to mislead the House. Because matters of spirituality must be taken with a lot of seriousness it deserves, Mr. Speaker. That is why he's able to move from this assembly to his home and finds his family well and living well, Mr. Speaker. So with the due respect, I request my senior to withdraw matters of spirituality and proceed. Apologize to me also, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Chele, desist from such issues, so withdraw, apologize, and proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I think it is not procedural to allow Honorable Nyaoke to interject a member who is replying. He would have relayed the same message, then it is you, the chair, to address the member. So allowing him to interject a serious member replying is lack of knowledge, and that's why we need training. And Mr. Nyaoke, you are a serious...
Honorable Chele. Honorable Chele, the chair has ruled that you withdraw, apologize, and proceed.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable Benny Peter, we are still on a point of order that is being handled, so allow me to call.
But point of order, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable Benny, we cannot have a point of order on a point of order. Honorable Chele.
Mr. Speaker, Honorable Nyaoke is Engineer Honorable Reverend Tom Odhiambo Nyaoke. But the only thing which I underscored is the spirituality. That's the only thing. If he can prove that he has, he talks with the spirits, then he's free to say that. But I've not disputed that he's a reverend. He's a reverend, he's an engineer, he's a honorable, he's a doctor, and he's my friend. But spirituality element is underlined. I was saying that Honorable Pamela has tried to pray for us. And if there's one member who is free-hearted, is Honorable Pamela Oyo. Whether you wrong her, she'll pray for you. Whether you praise her, she'll still pray for you. And I think, Honorable Pamela, you are nearing going to heaven. The last thing I wanted to say Honorable Speaker, the committee, liaison committee, Honorable Speaker, is a coordinating committee. It coordinates the functions of other committees. But the bulk of these reports we are talking about, the bulk of motions which members move, the bulk of the bills which I read here today, the bulk of statements, all these are like debris swept by a river to a pond. The pond we have in this house is a committee called Implementation Committee. If this committee is not serious, then I think a number of things we'll be doing will just be in vain, because the end result must come from the committee on implementation. Because if a statement is sought and sent to JLAC, I'll do my preliminary investigations, the executive response, but then implementation on the resolutions of this House, Mr. Speaker, does not come back to JLAC committee. It goes to implementation. So if implementation does not give us feedback from the executive on resolutions of the House, then we'll just be like singing sleeping dogs. And that is another source of discouragement to members. Because my brother, Honorable normally says, even if you shout, they'll not act. Why are they not acting? They are not acting because we don't get response from what we resolve on. If that can be changed, then I think members can be agitated to put more effort on their work. Finally, Honorable Speaker, I will not forget to thank the Office of the Clerk. I don't think there is any committee in this House which can say we are not performing because of incapacity necessitated by the Office of the Clerk. All committees are properly facilitated. In terms of report writing, benchmarking, in terms of sittings, we are properly facilitated. And that I thank the board, chaired by you, and the Office of the Clerk for ensuring that you avail all the tools, all the instruments for our work at the time we need it. So the onus is on us members to reciprocate. Remember, our main work here is not to please members, colleagues. We are not here to please ourselves. We are not here to please Mr. Speaker on our work. But we have a duty. We are called upon to represent our people on serious matters. Now, if we don't attend committee meetings, it is like we are abdicating the very responsibility accorded to us by the very people who elected us. And silently, even if they don't follow, they don't come to this house, silently they know that some of us don't take their work seriously. So as we give them 50 bob, they know that 50 bob is buying them, not informing them on the kind of work or the quantity of work we do. So I plead on behalf of all members that let's be considerate to our constituents. Let's do that which brought us here to do. Do good to others, God will do good to you, including your children. If you don't work, if you don't carry out the task before you, then it is like you are robbing God. We are stealing from God because we are lying to his people. I know Nyauke will have put it better, but let's do the best for this county, and let's do the best for the people who elected us. Mr. Speaker, I reply.
Honorable members, the Honorable Moses Ochele has moved the motion adoption of the report of the liaison committee on consideration of the half-year progress report of committees for the period ended 31st December 2025. The motion has been seconded, debated, a reply made. I therefore want to put a question. And I put that as many of the opinion that the motion adoption of the report of liaison committee on consideration of the half-year progress reports of the committees for the period ended 31st December 2025 be adopted, say aye. As many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it. And the motion adoption of the report of the Liaison Committee on consideration of the half-year progress report on committees for the year ended 31st December 2025 have been adopted today, Wednesday, the 11th of March 2026 at 15:54 hours. And I want to direct as follows. Number one, the recommendation of the said committee be put into action. I've seen that a number of the recommendations are for the committees, and there is a whole list of attachment on all the pending works per committee. So the recommendation number one is that the committee must do what has been recommended by the liaison. Number two, I want to challenge all the chairs of the committees. You are all members of the liaison committee. And if there is any challenge that you undergo, it is your responsibility as a committee to bring it to the attention of the leadership for assistance. I believe there has been almost 3 or 4 times proper induction on the running of committees at different levels. But if you feel that you still need further induction, which I still doubt that the report I have in terms of committee attendance, that you need an induction to attend a committee. If that is required, please, as a committee, make that request to the leadership of the House to assist. Otherwise, lastly, we had agreed in some kunji that we'll make stringent measures in terms of limitation, in terms of committee attendance. You don't attend the committee, I will not make any approval for other works, and not even for the payment if you are not in the committee. I think that way, then there will be seriousness in attending the committees. There are committees with over 15 pending works. There are those with 10 pending works, some of them dating back to September 2025. But you still request for sittings and you still request for opportunities to do other activities. Whether the work has been completed or not, there need to be a report to the county assembly. And the implementation committee needs to follow up also on the same, including but not limited even to the works that are given to the committees on their status. Next order.
Mr. Speaker and honorable members, there is no any other business in the order paper to be transacted.
Honorable members, you can be upstanding. There being no any other business in the order paper, the House stands adjourned until tomorrow, Thursday, the 12th of March, 2026 at 2:30 p.m.